So on our Lifting Dead Army Patreon page, we do a lot of different classes. Sometimes we do like martial arts conditioning, like push-ups, sit-ups, burpees, like a body weight workout. Other times we do a strict yoga class. Sometimes I do my little hybrid of all of that put together. So this is going to be a little example of what this is. So we're in the dungeon, and we're going to rock and roll. So everybody stand with your toes pointed outwards, nice and wide, and we're going to sink down into an ancient Chinese horse stance hold. You're going to push your knees out towards your pinky toes, open up the inner thighs, rest back, fire up the quads, squeeze your core, breathe. And this is the base of Kung Fu right here, horse stance. I know Sub-Zero personally. I know what I'm talking about. You hold this like this, and start to sway side to side a little bit. You feel the heat start to build up. Take deep breaths in and out through your nose. Squeeze your belly, and everyone stand up. Stretch up. Get back. Keep your feet wide and come all the way down. And see if you can bring your arms around your back. Clasp your hands and stretch those arms up to open up the chest and the shoulders. If you can't do all that, just do the best you can. But you will. Now let's drop our hands down. See if we can heel toe our feet a little wider. And we're going to bend the right knee, straighten the left leg so our toes point up. And we're going to Spider-Man over to the other side and do the same thing. You take like 2 slow breaths in each position. And hold it. Feel those hips open. And stretch your knees and your quads. Other side. Some of you that are fucking gangster and don't need your hands, we're going to work to that. We're going to get there. But for now, this is just a warm-up. So try to use your hands, even if you don't feel like you need to walk through. Help yourself so you can really feel the whole range of motion and get the full stretch, because we'll come back to these later. Fear not. All right, from here, straighten both legs, fingertips on the ground, straighten the back. Breathe in, look up, and then start to heel toe your feet together. Breathe out to a forward fold. You can clasp your hands behind your back and maybe grab the opposite ankles and just pull yourself in a little deep. Inhale slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Raise up, as they say. Sweep your hands up at the top. Breathe into a little back bend. And then breathe out. Coming into like a mountain pose. So breathe out, push down, and open up your arms, palms out to the side. Squeeze your back together, your butt together, feet together. Take a huge inhale and feel like a powerful Dracula on top of this castle in Transylvania right now. Imagine that, the wind and the bats blowing through your eyes and hair and shit. Lovely. Breathe in, back bend, breathe out. We're coming back down into a forward fold. Walk your hands out into a downward dog. So hands out, feet out. Straighten your arms, straighten your legs, work the heels towards the ground, squeeze your belly in. And breathe through your nose. When you exhale, try to sink deeper and pull the chin in toward the chest, around the back a little more. Then inhale, we're going to shift forward to plank. Bring your hips through. Squeeze the core, push the ground away around your back. And just hang here for 2 breaths. Through your nose. And then push yourself back to down dog. It's time to lift one foot, right foot back. Take 2 breaths in 3-legged dog. On your next inhale, we're going to shift forward to plank. If you're a true warrior, you can make that 1-legged plank. Keep that right leg lifted, squeeze your glutes. Be able to feel it all down your right back, glutes, hamstrings. Bend the knee, and then push it back. Straighten the leg, Drop it down. Take 2 breaths in regular child's pose. I mean downward dog, not child's pose. We'll get to that. Left leg up. Push it through the plank. See if you can leave your left leg hovering. Squeeze your core, even your pelvis. Squeeze your glutes, look forward and breathe. In that order. Then bend the left knee. Push it back to down dog, straighten the leg. Drop it down. Come forward to plank again. 2 breaths, regular, 2 feet, 2 hands, plank, 2 eyes. Most of you should have 2 eyes anyway. Spin both heels to the right. Lift your left arm up. Side plank. Up in this motherfucker. Let me fix the shirt for product placement. These shirts are sick, and they'll make you stronger and do your one arm plank stronger. Go lower.
No.
You can't see the shirt?
No, I said ain't bigger.
Andrew. Cameraman knows. Andrew's bigger. You don't even have to do anything. Back to plank. Back to down dog. That's why it's harder to do planks for me than most people. Because, well, my weight from my Go back to regular plank and do not leave that in the video. Left heels down. Heels to the left side, right hand up, side plank on the other side. There's nothing on the back of the shirt, but there is a sweet purple coffin. That's all I'm saying. Mark, forget how to say his last name, did the art for this. Look at Monster Mark. And he's the man. He actually does a lot of Wednesday 13's artwork, which is pretty cool. Don't smoke weed and teach yoga. Smoke weed and take yoga.
Dude, it's snowing.
Nice. Now that we are in child's pose and we've hung out there for quite a bit, let's come up to all fours. Extend your right leg back and left hand forward for a bird dog and hold that shit. Squeeze your belly, even out your pelvis. Okay, bend the right knee so the sole of the right foot is towards the ceiling. We're going to see if we can reach back and grab that ankle with our left hand. So we're going to turn this tabletop into a twist, a balance, a bird dog, the whole thing. Let it go, regular bird dog. Bring it down. Same thing at your own pace to the other side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale when you're straight out. Bend the knee, see if we can twist to the right, grab the ankle, and extend the foot away from you for a little back bend. Nice job. Back to regular bird dog. Hold it. Let's come to plank, tuck the toes. Bring it down to 1 push-up. Down and up. And then see if we can jump our feet to the outside of our hands. We're going to take this to a deep squat. If that sounds a little extreme for you, let's come to down dog and then walk your hands back and try to sit down into a squat. That's progression. This is the Yogi Warrior way. Wherever, we're going to end up in a deep squat. Have to cover my because I don't give that away for free. You're going to have to join the Lifting Dead Army's OnlyFans page for that, bitches. And hold this here, and pry your elbows out, and keep a nice open hip if you can. If you can't get this low, it's even okay at first to like support yourself on the ground just to work your hips down. A lot of people can't get in this position, but we all should be able to, and you all can if you work at it. So just hold wherever you're at for as long as you comfortably can, and breathe like you're resting and happy to be here. Through your nose, like you're meditating, because this is what this is at the end of the day. All right, I'm going to shut up. You're going to press your hands into the ground and straighten your legs for a toe touch. Heel toe your feet wide. Leave your left toe pointing forward and spin your right foot so it faces the front. Take a wider stance. We're going to open this right up into like a warrior two. Feet hips together. We're going to hang out here. Warrior posture is a good posture to hold, so they strengthen everything. Work on your alignment, and open your hips too. So hang out here, just like we were doing horse stance at the beginning. Breathe through your nose, smile, straighten the front leg, and see if we can dip the right hand down to either your knee, your shin, your ankle, or all the way to the ground, and hold it for a triangle pose. couple breaths. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to cartwheel our hands up, and we're going to do warrior 2 on the other side. So you cartwheel your hands up, just turn this foot in, point the left foot out, and we're going to warrior 2 on the other side. Did you catch that on camera? Did I do that too fast? Was that okay? Might have to slow it down for you next time. If you couldn't get there, if you couldn't follow me, you're going to get it on the next round. It's going to be fine. Wherever you're at, it's beautiful, I promise. Straighten the left leg. Bring the left arm down to triangle. Hold it for a few breaths. So we're going to do that same thing. Again, we're going to cartwheel our arms back to warrior 2. Just switch the feet. This time, bring the chest forward and come up onto the toes of the left foot. So we are in a crescent lunge in balance there. Squeeze your belly and stretch from your sides. Lift yourself up. See if we can sink deeper. And then we're going to straighten both legs, fall forward. This is pyramid pose. So crazy transition again. We're going to come all the way up and through to the other side into a crescent lunge. If you're new to this, you can take your time to get there. Otherwise, it's part of the workout, so try to do these transitions fast and then hold them. We're going back to pyramid pose on this leg, straighten both legs. Then we'll do that one more time back to crescent lunge. Straighten legs to pyramid pose. Use your core to spin up and over into crescent lunge. On the other side, pyramid pose, walk to the center. And then remember those side to side spider lunges I promised we'd come back to. This is that time. So point your toes outward, and we're going to work down into one side, over to the other like we did in our warm up. Now's the time to lift your hands up and see if you can use just the power of your ass and glutes and hips and pushing up through your heels on your feet to transfer from side to side like Venom. Because I'm too dark for Spider-Man, bro. I like Venom. Way cooler. See if we can get a bind here when we stretch. What? How does he do it? Maybe lift your right hand up and try to reach your left toes with it. They said just because I got jacked, I'd lose my flexibility. Bitches. And no fucking do this, no matter what. Even when you're sore, if you're trying to get jacked and get flexible at the same time, all you have to do is stretch. It's gonna hurt, but you just have to like deal with it. And consult a medical doctor for advice so we don't give you the wrong thing and you hurt yourself. Just protected our ass right there, cameraman, on the millions. We're good. Bring it over to the other side. Step this all the way back through to a plank. Give me 5 push-ups. Ten mountain climbers. One more time. Ten mountain climbers. Something like that. Drop to your knees. Bring your feet out in front of you. We'll take this into a forward reach, stretch, gym class. Sit and reach. Pull your belly in. On your exhales, you can be able to sink a little bit deeper, forehead to your knees. And then let's roll back into a glute bridge. Push through your feet. Lift your butt up. If you're a little more advanced, we can do a back bend, which I'll show you after this. Bring your hips down. We're going to come into a butterfly position, like a sit-up, to a butterfly position. And then when we fall back, you either come back into the glute bridge. Now is what that transition will be, glute bridge to butterfly sit-up. Or when you come back, we can get into the wheel. If it's in your practice, I say go for it, but like don't try it for the first time and like f yourself up right here. It's my general advice. Not the time to push it, but if you could do it pretty easily. It's great for your mobility once you're used to the movement. I'm gonna do one more. I can't go home on just 2. Beautiful job, everybody. I love you. Hang out in this butterfly stretch. for like 30 seconds. Start to cool down. All those muscles that kicked ass for us. Left leg out, right leg in. Left forearm down, right hand up over your head. Good. Stretch the side. See, this shit works. I'm out of breath. I do this all the time. Crazy. Crazy. Also, why you probably shouldn't smoke weed before you do this in excessive amounts. Maybe just a little bit. I haven't smoked an excessive amount of weed since like last week. We're good. Nice job, everybody. We're gonna take it back to child's pose. And if you're a little more advanced on the quad stretch routine, we can turn this into like a back bridge with your feet tucked in for extra quad stretch. But for most people, child's pose will be just good. Next week we'll work on handstands and how to harden your abdominals for Chinese star target practice. That's what we'll do. Not only does the cameraman offer love services, he's also a Chinese throwing star dartboard. Willingly for you. And he makes this look so good. All right, everybody, I think we're good. Breathe, take some breaths. We're done. We're done here. Stretch out. Do whatever you need to do. That was fun. That's a sample of like a Crypt boot camp yoga hybrid workout. And I hope you dug it. I love you. Thank you.